Hello everyone, I'm Psychotic, and that's also my screen name. We are back with episode 20 of our Season 3 for Medieval Dynasty. Today we're going to start off with a little bit of hunting and some villager scouting, as well as making sure that the villagers get the fields done before the season change. We want to give them some time to accrue some more logs for us to build with, so we're going to probably go on a mining run and check out the tools again, see if everybody's got what they need to keep the village running smoothly. Other than that, if you learn anything useful today, or if you have a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, let's go ahead and load in. Hey Quirky, hey Scattered. Just as a heads up today, guys, I don't know if we're going to make it all the way until 8. The creep and crud's been going around the office, and I think it finally caught up to me. I am not feeling great, but I didn't want to cancel, so we're gonna push through as long as we can. But I don't know that we're going to make it the whole time. Alright, so we are about halfway through our last day of the season, so I want to see how they're doing in the fields. It looks like they still have about 20 left on that one. It's probably not a bad idea to go check that out, but we also want to get a little bit of hunting done. We know that there's some boar up around here, so we need to replenish some of that leather that we used up last episode. And I would like to get a little bit more bronze for money making, although we have plenty of knives that we could sell to replenish our money stocks. The real big kicker is going to be getting some bronze up for some tools, because it's been like 2 endgame seasons since we've done anything with tools. Really? I must have hit him in the back. Well then. That first shot got him right across the noggin, didn't it? I could have sworn that there were some nearby boars, though, like right around here. You know what? I'm silly. We could have just checked the map. No, they were way closer to the village. I don't know why I thought they were over here so far. As much as I want to force the villagers to do the harvesting and the planting for us, we do still need to get a couple more farming levels ourselves before we can turn it over to them completely. Because we need, oh, there they are. There's 4 of them, wow. We need to get the speed boosts for our horse out of the farming tree. 1 piggy. 2 piggy. 3 piggy. 4 piggy. Saw someone go to main town, buy all the tin, equal amount of copper ore, then smelted it all to bronze, made hammers, and went back and made every vendor broke. We could do the same thing with knives for slightly less weight, but essentially they are the same crafting amounts. So that might actually be worth looking into. Although our diplomacy skill's not maxed yet, and that's going to drastically determine... because when your diplomacy skill, when you put points into... Oh, it is maxed! Okay. So we get 30% better and selling and buying prices. So we buy for 1/3 less and we sell for 1/3 more. And that's going to make that difference even bigger. So that might be worth a shot. Well, we know it's 199.4 per bar. So as long as we can buy a tin and a copper bar for less than 199.4, then we know it's a profit. And that's not a terrible idea there, Quirky. Alright, well let's check that out. Oh shit. Alright, it is towards the end of the season now. We'll check the fields one more time. They're 1 off. They left 1. I did want to check out villagers, but they won't have changed yet, at least at this town. So we already checked this place, because the season has not yet changed. So we're going to go to 8, and we're going to put in our flaxseed. And we're going to figure out where that's missing from.
Nothing is true.
That was an Assassin's Creed reference. Nothing is true, everything's permitted. There it is. All done. All the way over here just for that. Give your farmers the exact amount of seeds for planting. They always run short. Yeah, we discovered that. I don't know why, but they always have a discrepancy of like 2 to 3 seeds. So I always try to leave them between 5 and 15 extra, just because they're bad at that. Yeah, we discovered that in Season 1, and it apparently is still a thing. That's fertilizer psych. We wanted manure. There we are. Well, let's take it all, because I don't know what we got, if we got an even amount or not out of the others. They get lost in the ether. Yeah, I feel like it's almost a waste thing. Because I know if you're both fertilizing or seeding the field at the same time, if you seed the square that they're getting ready to seed, they still consume that one seed, but it doesn't do anything. So I know that's a thing, but I don't know where they lose it when it's just them. I know they do, but I don't know how or where or why. Maybe the same thing happens, but between villagers? I don't... That's complete supposition, though. Don't quote me on that. There's some fields. I like the little risers and things that they have. I wish they'd let us terraform just a little bit. Just to be able to flatten some stuff up or make a little rise like that would be cool. Yeah, that's how it goes, buddy. It's a fun statistic for those of you that live in the US. Did you know that the average person that works a full-time job spends more waking hours with their coworkers than they do their family? You figure 24 hours a day, you're asleep for 8, and you're working for 8, and then you have travel time that eats into your remaining 8. So, yeah, you actually spend more waking hours with your coworkers than you do your family, which is sad. No. Well, it's hard because the screen names that it shows you guys as in the chat boxes are not the same names that it shows. I think it shows your account names when you leave comments. So sometimes it's hard to figure out who is who. But I think yours still had Storm in it, so I assumed it was you. Which, I mean, assuming's dangerous on a good day, but... Alright, well, that was season change, but it jerked our horse off to the side. The heat is unbearable. Whoa, what debuff is that? Oh, that's right, they don't have... They really need a way for you to see what your buffs are down there in the corner. So we've gone through 2 summers with our clothing and been fine, but now it's gonna get annoying with us. I mean, it's not a huge deal, it's just annoying. Wait, our joined hose? Yep, minus heat protection. We might need to... Oh, we have... Okay, we have trousers. There... I don't know if that's going to do it for us or not. We might still be hot. It's supposed to vary. Yeah, we've been fine up until now, but this is a problem. Yeah, see, we're overheating and we're basically stripped. Oh, well, no, that's my fault. There we go. We're not overheating anymore.
I'm roasting out here.
We had to strip all of our winter finery off. But we did it. Oh, the weather's less obnoxious for the first few years. Okay, that would actually make very, very good sense to keep people from rage quitting this game. Because it's, I mean, the first couple of years are kind of rough all the way around, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Wait, running runs our temperature up? I mean, that makes sense, like, realistically, but holy crap. We're not even able to sprint without getting overheated. And I did want to try that thing that Quirque said with, basically buying up and see if it works out for us. Now, we are going to have some wolves just over this ridge. It's probably not a bad idea to murder them on the way down. Where's the next ridge over? We'll probably come home this way too.
I'm roasting out here. I'm roasting out here.
I wonder if it has to do with stamina regen, because she overheated after we fired the bow. No, we don't have a straw hat, but I suppose we could always get one. That's aggro. Where you at, Wolfie? There you are. Come on then.
What a scorcher.
There you are. Come on. Come on then. Let's go. Alright, well that worked out in our favor. I thought we got hit on his first pass, but it looks like we didn't take any damage. Which I am okay with.
It's hot.
Yeah, and we did that through Season 2, Storm, but we're not really making that huge push for money this time around, so I'm not really going to worry about it over much. Because, yeah, we have the max level of the increased crops, so we get double what they do. But at this point, we're not even eating through what linen we have, so I'm not too worried about it.
The heat is unbearable.
The only time when you're not sure if you're sweating from the heat or from hard work.
Can't it be both? Two things can be true, lady. You could be sweating from the heat and... Oh, there we go. There's our fold. We just unlocked wool. And we already have access to the Tier 2 tailor. So this... Well, we'd have gotten that either way. Whether they did it or we did it. Would have been the same number of points. But... was the thing with the bronze hammer versus... Here, let's see. Smithy 2. So if you look at the bronze hammer, it weighs 2 kilograms. Oh, it does sell for more now. Okay, it used to sell for the same price as the bronze knife, so they changed that. But it does weigh slightly more. Oh man, I'm gonna have to revise a bunch of stuff from that video. They used to both be 200, so they both worked out to the same, so it was actually more efficient to do the bronze knife because of the weight. But now, that's actually worth more. You're right. You're right, Quirky. It was changed, yeah. Yeah, we're doing pretty good, Ken. Not so much today. The creeping crud's been going around the office, and it finally caught up to me, so I don't know how long we're going to be on tonight. Yeah, they changed the cherries, too. Yeah, I'm going to wind up having to do another video, I think. Minus 43.2. We make 266 coins per purchased... per bar worth of stuff that we purchase. So yes, it is worth it if you have that perk all the way up to buy them out of copper and tin
Wants to see my goodbye.
and make bronze bars and come back with the hammers. It is very, very much in your favor.
Whatever you have a good day.
Alright, I don't know how they were able to clean out all of Piastovia with just the hammers.
How is
We're
life?
actually going to run out of hammers. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Want to see you soon.
Would drive you crazy and you're playing. Yeah, I have some friends that aren't the most efficient. We have ways around that. Basically, Psych wanders off and does his own thing while everybody else does their own thing, and then we just trade amongst each other when we need stuff. That's how I get around that. That is the only reason I have not murdered all of my friends horribly in video games. Hello? What are you doing back here, weirdo?
Hello there.
Alright, so we have 5 of these left, and he's going to buy more than 5. So we didn't quite clean out Piastovia. They still had 900 coins left. But damn near. Near enough that it makes no nevermind, that's for sure.
The heat is unbearable.
So that, Quirque, was a tremendous tip, and thank you for that. So if we're just after money, we're not going to use this crap that we mine. We're going to use the crap that we mine to make passive money, and or to, once we get the shops up. So close, good shot, right? It was really close. I'll take it. None of his vendors could afford more than 4. Wow. He got really unlucky on the die rolls for the coinage then. Because our skill's maxed, which means we should have been able to sell the minimum amount of hammers for their money. Because we have that skill maxed. I don't know if he did or not. Still a good find, though. Yeah, definitely. Let's, so we want to buy our pigs. But let's talk to No Nuts over here and see if we can finish his quest finally. I'm hoping that it's not going to be another giant tangent. Greetings, you're welcome no longer by an heir, but by a leader. Excellent, he's the leader now. It's been a while since the last time we spoke. A lot has changed in Colonica. Great job. You already feel a lot more adult. Your voice seems to be deeper and more confident. How do you find your new role? I carefully considered your advice. My confrontation with my parents was full of conflicting emotions. I felt anger, disappointment. But getting to know their version of the story was surprisingly soothing in the end. Decisions were already forming in my head. My mother was known to never hesitate or regret her actions. That's why she didn't even flinch when I publicly declared she must leave our community. Good for him. She knew there was no other way to place her son on the leader's stool. Not after so many years of lies, betrayal, and murder in the background. People took it as a show of strength, but also an act of mercy for allowing my mother to leave peacefully. That's fair. There's a glimmer of hope in this story. I spent more and more time getting to know Needon. Turns out he has been keeping an eye on me for years. Having thrown off the shackles of his guilt, he's a changed man. One who could be a good father if he got some more time. I hope that time will heal your wounds and everything will turn out well. I do as well. Thank you again. Take this as a gift of my gratitude. Thank you and be well. What did he give us? He gave us 600 reputation, which is actually very nice, but he didn't actually give us any items, which is disappointing. So he said take this, so I was assuming he was going to actually, you know, give us something, but that's alright. The 600 Dynasty points is going to go a long way for recruitment. I actually am really happy with the way ours ended, too.
Oh,
I think the ending's probably variable based on the choices that we had along the way.
can I interest you? See you around.
I feel like we more or less determined that. That bird is plucking itself. That is super disturbing. Yeah, we're gonna... Oh! So that was broken and cursed. Yeah, that one's going in the shorts for sure. I gotta say.
Boy,
Now we
loves.
could bring
would love
him
to finally
and
put
just
down
try to get a
roots.
house up before he pairs with somebody. We could put him in one of the hunter houses temporarily.
How can I help you?
You were
Good
the
luck.
farmer, right? Yeah.
Hello
Yeah, we're
there.
gonna take him because we're gonna need a farmer. We're going to take him and we're going to put him in with one of the hunters temporarily until we can get him a house built. So we're not actually going to put him in the fields as a farmer. We're going... Actually, let's put him with the production worker temporarily. I'm going to put him in the pigsty. It's my preferred ratio of residential to other buildings. Whatever I can get away with. The least amount of houses, the happier I am. But we need to keep everybody in jobs. And there are some jobs that we don't really bother with over much. But I try to keep all of the working places in. I'm going to sleep at a normal time. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. I know that's what's been up with Stesso. He got into college, so... And he's over in your neck of the woods, I think. So the timing's super awkward for him now that he has to actually maintain a somewhat normal sleep schedule. Rather than trying to fight that middle one through the rafters, we're just going to hit it from this side. There we go. Alright, now I do not remember what dude's name was. But we're going to rename this Farmer 1. Because the fields are going to be for the field farmers. Farmer 1 is going to be for the actual farmer. It should be animal breeder, yeah. His name's Oldmere. Nope, it is 2 times 6. It was only 12. Alright, now we should be at 12,000. Yeah, now we're at 12,000. The first village is mostly an outpost so that we don't have to crawl to Piastovia while overweight from wherever our village was. And originally we weren't going to put our village up here. We were going to put our village right here, which would have been more or less central to the 3 main cities down here. But instead we're up here now, so we're actually about halfway between these two. But the outpost here that we built was specifically just to get some fields up right away and get some material flowing, but also because of its proximity to Piastovia, we can, if we're loaded up with stuff, we don't have to limp all the way down here while overburdened. We can just jolt right up and around. And originally our village was actually going to be way down here, so we're actually quite a bit closer than originally planned. So that's not much different than this, but this is still closer. Yeah, when I started playing co-op with a friend, we started out here, but the area is not really big enough to do a whole village. If you see, like, we're taking up most of our available area already, and we still need houses galore, and we would still need some more production areas that we're not going to be able to squeeze in. This is not big enough for the village that we had planned. So we wanted someplace a little bit bigger. And here we have this whole ridge line to play with because it's more or less super flat through here. Although I guess it's really not that different. Although with the fields taken out, this is plenty of space. Also, this view is effing amazing. Yeah, cool. With the rock walls later, yeah. Well, that's why we've been building all of our houses out of rocks too, so that's a big part of it. So we are officially stuck on the horse, and I still don't feel good. And so it's about a half an hour early, but I think we're just going to stop early, guys. Rather than saving and loading to try and build this house, I think we're just going to stop here. We're going to call it a sign. And I'm going to go to bed early and hopefully feel better. But we did get quite a bit accomplished. We found out, thanks to Quirque, that there is a way to cheese money generation in the main village if you buy the ores and build them up to use. Now, you do have to have been playing long enough to have unlocked bronze to get it to work, but that's possible. So that's a thing. We can use that to generate money in a pinch if we need to, and we can keep the stuff that we actually hand mine for ourselves. That's going to go a long way. We got some houses built. We got some new people, which were both things that we were going to try to do. We got the fields handled. We did get some extra logs. We still have quite a few buildings that I want to build, and we still have quite a few people that I want to recruit. But unfortunately, I think that's going to have to wait until Friday. So we're going to go ahead and stop here. If you guys learned anything useful today, or if you had a good time, please don't be afraid to drop a like. If you're feeling friendly, maybe go ahead and subscribe. But either way, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your night. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I do not regret showing up sick, because it is always awesome to interact with you guys. So I hope you all know that I appreciate you very much and look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good night, guys.